Today I'm back at Ferrari Maserati of Long Island to check out some cool cars, and it is a cloudy day, pretty humid, pretty muggy, but we're not gonna let that stop us from having fun, so let's check out some cars. Every time I walk to the detail building, I'm always greeted by all these beautiful plants and flowers, some daylilies, a lot of gorgeous flowers here. And we made it to the detail building. The noise, but I just had to check out these two Pistas. They're pretty similar. They're both painted in Rosso Corsa. This one has silver wheels, that one has gold wheels, and the stripes on the front are different. As you can see, that's dark blue with silver in the middle, but on this one it looks like it's black in the middle with silver on the outside, and this one barely has any carbon fiber, if any at all. I mean, you should have carbon fiber here. It would look much better. And most of the Pistas I see do have carbon fiber on the front and on the side, but this one just doesn't. It does have carbon fiber here though, surrounding the air intake, and I just love these silver wheels. They pop so much. The gold ones are okay. They're not my favorite, but they definitely stand out. Either way, you're gonna stand out with a red Ferrari, but the gold wheels definitely help you stand out just a bit more than silver wheels do. And this one does have some carbon fiber in the front here, but not over here or over here. It also lacks carbon on the side, but it does have it here. Let me know in the comments which spec you would rather have, the one with gold wheels or the one with silver wheels. I picked this one. I've grown to love the 812 Superfast immensely, and how good does it look in Grigio Silverstone with black wheels, and my favorite part, carbon fiber center caps. I love those. It's very toned down, very subtle, but I think that's just right for this car. Even when it's parked and turned off, I've no problem imagining the sound of that V12 engine that makes 789 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower. And this car looks so beautiful too, so when you're going super fast, everyone can see the sweeping curves of this bodywork. And I see they didn't opt for carbon fiber in the innovative aero cluster, as Ferrari calls it, in the front here, but that's okay. It's still a very nice spec. If you know me, you know I'm absolutely obsessed with the 488 Pista and all the different specs that people have ordered, and in front of me are two specs that are absolutely crazy and beautiful, some of the best ones I've ever seen. Are you guys ready for this? Wow. Green and blue with an Italian flag stripe. Take this all in, because it hasn't been this crazy in so long. I'm not positive, but this looks like it's painted in British racing green. There's no metallic whatsoever, it's just solid, so that's why I think that. And I know for a fact this is painted in blue Tour de France, one of my favorite Ferrari colors. I mean, look how beautiful it is. Dark metallic blue with silver wheels. Those really pop, and dark blue brake calipers. Talk about a spec. It has airbrushed Scuderia shields, which are a costly option, but come on, look how good they look. And this interior is so nice. Blue Alcantara on the upper dash with your 488 Pista badge, and you've got red Alcantara on the lower dash. There's tons of carbon fiber on the interior for the central buttons, as well as surrounding the AC vents. And let me walk around to the other side so you can see how cool these seats look. I can't get over that stripe. That is so cool. Look at these seats. All Alcantara with an Italian flag stripe running down the center, with blue and red Alcantara and a blue cavallino stitched into the headrest. It's pretty dark in this interior because not all of the lights are on, but I just have to show you this interior. Here's a better look at those streamlines on the bottom and the top near the LED shift lights. How cool are those? Of course, that's a cost option. Pretty much everything with Ferrari is a cost option. They rarely give you anything for free. The shields, the regular shields, the enamel ones are a cost option. And then if you want them airbrushed, that costs even more. There's also dreamlines on the paddle shifters. I just turned on my phone flashlight, so hopefully you guys can get a better look at this interior. Look at that blue leather. Now let's shine it on the seats. I love that blue stitched horse. It's the little details that matter. And whoever spec'd this did an amazing job. And of course, I can't forget to show you this, the engine. The owner decided to put yellow dreamlines on the engine, which looks so cool. And there's like barely any yellow on the other parts of the car. I mean, you've got the green, white, red. You've got dark blue brake calipers. The only other yellow you see is on the Ferrari logos, but it still looks awesome. And of course, you've got tons of carbon fiber at the back near the taillights and over here. And if you didn't already know, the Pista has a hole in the hood for aerodynamics. So the air comes in through the front, comes in that hole, pushes down on the car, kind of follows these lines, and also goes around the side of the car. So I love how they sculpted this car. And this is called an S-duct, this hood, the shape of it. So you can kind of see here an S. So that's where the name comes from. So I already said this is definitely one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite, 488 Pista I've seen. But it's not the first one I've seen with an Italian flag stripe. I've seen a white one with an Italian flag stripe and a matte black one with an Italian flag stripe. And both of those were very cool, but black and white are pretty boring, at least for a Ferrari in my eyes. So that's why I love this blue one so much. It's bold, it's colorful, and it's beautiful. Now what's parked next to it is absolutely insane. This green 488 Pista with green tinted carbon fiber. Get a look at this. This is literally insane. I rarely see tinted carbon fiber, let alone on a Pista. That's something you would see on like a $3 million hypercar, but instead it's here on a $500,000 Ferrari. So let me just show you where this green tinted carbon fiber is. It's literally everywhere. You've got it in the front here, here, right here, over here. You also have it near the air intake, along the side, and if we come to the back, you've got it next to the taillights. You've got it for the entire rear diffuser. It's dark down here, so it's hard to see, but trust me, it's green. And you also have it along here, running from taillight to taillight. And wait, there's more. The entire engine is green carbon fiber with red dreamlines. Everywhere is green carbon fiber on the engine itself, over there, on the left, on the right, literally everywhere you look, it's green. And last but not least, there's green carbon center caps for the gold wheels, and there's also red brake calipers. So it's a very interesting spec, and when I first saw it, it reminded me of a Christmas tree, since these are Christmas colors, and I wasn't sure how to feel about it at first, but now I absolutely love it. So in person, the middle of the stripe almost looks green to match the rest of the car, but it's actually black, narrow, with the red stripes on either side of it. And I've been asking some of the people here whether or not they like this spec. Half said no and half said yes. A lot of people thought it was outrageous and wacky and not very beautiful. It definitely takes a certain customer to order something this bold. The green paint is one thing, but pair it with the red stripes, the gold wheels, and the all red interior. Let's check out this interior. So much red. Red Alcantara on the top of the dashboard, on the bottom of the dashboard. The seats are covered, but this is the Daytona style racing seats. Time to pull out the flashlight again. to check out this interior. You've got green carbon on the steering wheel with red dream lines on the top and bottom with the LED shift lights at the top. You've also got green carbon on the AC vents. When I say there's green carbon everywhere, I mean it. It's everywhere. So you'll notice how different these seats are compared to the seats in the blue Pista next to me. These are the Daytona style with those rectangles. And this is completely different. If you just look at the driver's seat there, there's just one single stripe running down the seat, and that's it. I will say I really would have liked if this Pista had the airbrushed Scuderia shields like on this Pista. They're much larger and more prominent, and I just love the way they look. I mean, these shields are cool too, but I just think the bigger shields on the fenders definitely would have popped more. In the comments, I want to hear your honest opinions on both of these Pista specs, which one you like more. If you like this one at all, I know some people love it, some people hate it, but let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious. Also, I don't see the window sticker for either of these anywhere, but I just know this one is exceptionally expensive because of the tinted carbon fiber. That is not a cheap option. This 458 Speciale here was actually just traded in for that red Pista we saw outside with the gold wheels. And I love that because this one has gold wheels, so the owner must really like their gold wheels. I love the carbon fiber louvers here. If we take a look at that engine, tons of carbon fiber in the engine, which is pretty normal for track-focused Ferraris, but I just love looking at them. When you look at all the other cars here, look how much these two Pistas stand out. Green and blue, it's crazy. And of course you've got some red cars down there, but nothing pops like these two. This Grigio alloy Pista has been here for quite a long time. I'm not sure why it hasn't sold. It's a great spec with blue leather on the interior and blue Alcantara on the dashboard. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's just a bit too bold for some people. Here's the interior, tons of Alcantara, blue seat belts, and that blue leather on the steering wheel with the yellow dream lines, the yellow surrounding the center buttons, the yellow seat stripe, dream lines on the paddle shifters. This isn't as outrageous as the other two Pistas, but it's still a great spec. I normally overlook Californias, but look how gorgeous this spec is. Dark blue over a tan leather interior with quilted stitching. I would not want to sit back here. It is a 2+2, but look how little space there is. This paint is beautiful though. A lot of people still preferred the design of the F12 Berlinetta, which was designed by Pininfarina, but I happen to love the 812 Superfast more now. I just love the look of this car. Once again, we've got ketchup and mustard in the form of a Ferrari and a Porsche 911. Every time I come here, I always see this Ferrari FF parked in the parking lot, and it's so subtle, I always have to remind myself that there's a V12 engine under that hood. It's not even remotely clean, but that's okay because I'm just so glad somebody daily drives this. Not much has changed up here since I was last here. You've still got the two F12s, the 812, and some other cars. This Miami Blue GT3 RS is new though, parked next to a GT Silver Metallic GT3 RS. You want to see how crazy this spec is? It has lizard green on the outer lip of the wheels, and a lizard green and black interior. It's got carbon fiber on the front lid and on the mirrors, but it really needs carbon here for the fender louvers. There's a Mercedes AMG GT63 4-door coupe here in white. I know a lot of people who don't like the look of this car, but I happen to love it. I especially love the rectangular exhaust tips, the quad exhaust. I would prefer if it had the fixed rear wing, which is part of the aerodynamics package. I do love the black wheels with the yellow brake calipers though. So that was my visit to Ferrari Maserati of Long Island. We saw a lot of 488 Pistas, some nice Porsche 911 GT3 RSs, and a few other cool cars, so I would say it was definitely a good visit, definitely worth coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.